Hey there, it's Brittany and I'm back with another tutorial. I just finished filming the video for this absolutely stunning necklace. I can't get over it. I just finished it, so I'm like not used to it yet. But I wanted to make some bracelets, and I told you in that other video that I was going to do a separate video. I didn't want it to go too long, and you guys always like more videos, right? So I just want to do, I don't know how many bracelets, maybe 2 or 3. I was thinking of doing like my new favorite type that has like the leather and the button, but I don't know. I also in my stash had, from the same seller that I got that pendant, had 2 of these, and I'm thinking I want to use one as a middle point for a bracelet. So this one's a little bit darker, more margarita color. And then so I think I'm going to use this as like the focal for the bracelet. Maybe some leather. I don't know what we're gonna do, but that's definitely gonna be one bracelet, unless this is like, what if we did this as the button, but it could also be the focal on my bracelet. So I just got some leather in. I haven't posted the haul for that yet, but I just got some 1mm leather, so let's go with that. Which color? No, too light. I'm thinking the natural dark brown is gonna work. Or the natural antique brown would work. I mean, the natural antique brown is just a little bit darker. I think this one's fine. It is natural dark brown. So let's see how I want to do this. I'm really loving this idea, is having this as a button focal with this one. Just come up through and go back down. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see that. I thought it is kind of like they were stamping or carving holes or rounds, circles, but they kind of only did crescent moons, and I just love that. That is so cool. So just come across the other side. All right. There we go. So we could have that as a button like that, or I could finish it off and have 2 pieces come out. I don't like that idea. I like coming down through here better. So let me think about how I want, what I want the bracelet itself to look like. So I'm going to keep this to the side. I have tons more of these seed beads that we used. I still have a ton in the tube. I'm gonna have to be careful though, because I can't use any of this, the check glass, because the holes are too small. Could possibly use some of these. I do have a bunch of the lava left, and I have a bunch of these. Oh, those are pretty. And I think I'll do a separate bracelet with the larger batik bone beads. These. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do these 2. Maybe get some snake beads in there. I don't know. I think that would be fun. How do I want to do this? I want to get these batik bone beads in. Get the snake beads in. Just cut like an arbitrary amount of leather, hoping that it would be enough. So I cut 4 lengths. I want this to be a 2-strand bracelet, so I cut 4 lengths of my wrist, and then I added a little bit. So I'm hoping that'll be enough. If not, we'll figure it out. So I'm gonna put these through. Line those up and then pull them. So now that's in the middle. I'm gonna take one of these guys Hopefully I can get 2 millimeters through there. I go ahead and snip these on an angle. And then move this down. And I want to make sure that these are even, so make sure that they still line up at the other end. They do. Move that down to my focal, and there we have a button. Now I could not here, actually I think I will. There we go, pretty knot. You could do a barrel knot. I rarely do those. Just they're not my favorite to make. I can do them, I just don't like it. And I'm just gonna kind of figure it out as I go. I really like these beads. Thankfully, they fit. You know what? I think I have smaller versions of these. I'm going to go check. I do not. If I do, they're gone. Or if I ever did, they're gone. I think I'm going to go seed bead. No, I want 3. This whole necklace has 3s, so I'm just gonna go with 3. I'm gonna stick with it. I think instead of the seed beads, I'm gonna do a knot there. And that'll take up some more space than a seed bead too. Not much, but more. Looking good, looking good. All right, so I'll do 3 more of these. forgot I was making chili downstairs and I started smelling it. It's in my slow cooker. All right. I don't think that's going to be long enough, but I'm going to knot it here and then work on the other strand, and then we'll come back. All right. So I want to put on some seed beads on this side. That up there, and then I'll put on a bone. I think some snake beads. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to do like a different focal right here, or just keep with the snake beads. Let's see. Oh, I know I have another one of these beads. Man, I'll do that on its own bracelet, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see. Yep, I like that. Now it's almost the same length. well, it's not almost the same length, but if I do 3 more seed beads or do something else, it'll be the same length. I'm going to measure it on my wrist. About that much more before I can knot to put the closure on. So I think that'll be, let's do 3 more of these silver beads. I'm sorry, silver and wood beads. This bracelet is so much fun. And then I only have, I think, 1, 2, 3 of these. Oh, I have 4 of those. Just finding them, just making sure I don't have them laying anywhere else. Oh, 5. If I had 6, it would be perfect, but I don't know if we're going to be that lucky. I am going to do this. I'm going to put, and I don't know that this is what's going to actually stay on the bracelet, but we'll see. Put this on. Nope, I don't like that. I only needed 5. That is serendipitous, isn't it? Wonderful. 2, 3. Actually, I think this will be too long, so I'm going to measure again, because now we're going way too long. All right, let's take these off and I'll measure again. Actually, I think we're good. I'll put another one of these on. They're almost even, almost perfect. Let's see how it fits. Yep. So I am going to straighten these out. And actually, I probably shouldn't have even knotted those right there. I am going to undo these knots and then knot the two together. This bracelet is gorgeous. And I keep looking at it when I put it on. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy it's mine. All right, and that's exactly how I feel about the necklace too. All right, so I am going to, it's just, I think we're okay. I'm gonna put 2 little small beads on here because we did start off with seed beads on this one. Just make sure they're the same length. Oh, would you look at that? I could put 1 more. And it'll be exactly like the other side. All right, so I'm going to line those up as much as I can. Grab both. This is my favorite closure because it's just so stinking easy. No glue, no, or well, you probably do need glue, but no pliers, no crimping. Just a knot, and it'll hold it in place. All right, so isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I'm dying. It's so wonderful. Okay, now I just need to make an opening large enough for my button to go through. So I'm going to do this at the widest part. Kind of put a little mark there. That's not working. So I'll just do a loose knot and then slip it through again and just make sure that it's right. All right, too close or too far. There we go. Just make a knot right there. I'm gonna try it on again just to make sure. Measure once or measure twice, cut once, right? Well, it's actually a bit long. It fits perfectly, but it just, there's a lot of this showing when I button it. So I don't mind. I'm actually gonna just leave it the way it is because I don't want to unknot everything. I am going to put on a seed bead, one of these beads, and a seed bead, and do a knot. And I'm going to do it longer than that. There we go. Little trim. And here is my one-of-a-kind matching bracelet to my beautiful necklace. So, as you can see, this is kind of what I was saying. Like, the button comes over here and there's a little bit of leather showing, but I actually don't mind. And if I do, I can always unknot and re-knot, or take off like a couple beads and move it around. It'll be fine. But look at this. It's so much fun. I love it. So that matches perfectly. And you know what? I think I'm okay with just the way it is. And maybe someday I'll make another bracelet with one of these. But I think since this has 2 strands on it, it looks like 2 bracelets. I'm good. And if I feel like it, I'll make another bracelet in the future. But I am so happy. I'm so happy with this set, especially after having really hard time getting back in the groove of making after what happened. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and let me know what you think. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and stay tuned for Goldie. She's super cute. Bye-bye. Okay, just kidding. It's the next day, and I actually wore this bracelet today because I'm so in love with it, but I was so annoyed the whole time I was wearing it because I just couldn't stand like how much leather was showing. I like the leather showing here, but I just don't like the leather showing when it's on my wrist here. And I'll show you what I mean. So if we're looking here, like this is how much is showing, and the bracelet's not tight or anything, but I think if I had made this part longer, it wouldn't be showing as much, but then the bracelet would have been too long. So I am just going to unknot everything. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to unknot these. It's just going to take a little bit of delicate work. I did get a shipment of bone beads in for my sale in September, and these were in there, and I think they match pretty well, and I'm just going to slide those on this part. Hopefully, there's enough leather on here that this won't matter, but if not, I'll end up using the same seed beads we used on the rest of the bracelet. So 2 options. I could just fill that with seed beads or these bone beads, but I wanted it to be the bone beads. So I'm just going to set these aside so I don't lose them. That actually came unknotted a lot easier than I thought it would because I didn't glue. Unless I was sitting here picking these apart, these wouldn't have come undone. At least I don't think so. All right. So then I'm going to unknot here, and this is the only one that I will continue to unknot because then I'll just slide on my beads. So if you don't like something, fix it. Redo it. It's okay. I would have just like every time I wore this bracelet, just been a little annoyed every single time, and I don't want to do that. I want to love my bracelet. And I really do, other than that one issue. All right. Yeah. Hoping these holes are big enough. Oh, darn. They're like just 1 millimeter. I need like 1.1 millimeter for these to slide through. I'm going to cut this at an angle. Goldie's trying to get my attention. Okay, Goldie had to go out that second. So I am going to try and feed that through. No, they're just a little too tiny. Let's see if a different one will work. I don't really feel like drilling this many bone beads. Darn. Some other seed beads. So these are matte brown. They're not really the look I'm going for, and neither are these. I'm gonna keep looking. I know I have something. I don't really want to use these seed beads, but I will if I have to. Okay, I tried again, and I got one to go on, so now I'm obsessed, and now I have to try every single bead on this strand because I really like them. I might do like 3 at a time and put one of these on. I don't know, but I'm gonna just try and find some that'll fit a 1 millimeter cord, and we'll go from there. All right, so I was able to get all the beads on. The one was like painful in how long it took me to do it. This one, for some reason, that was just a little bit thicker, and yeah, you can see I wore off some of the outside of the leather. I can take a brown Sharpie or a brown marker and fix that with no problem. So I'm just going to double check to make sure that my flower will go through, and it will. It should be okay. If not, I can just unknot it and add a bead. I just want to make sure these are even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, geez. Make sure. I've got one more on this side than I do on the other side. I think it's okay because, as you can see, this bead is kind of down a little bit further, and then these are even. So I'm just going to leave it I'm going to leave it. If I don't like it, I'll untie it. It's really not going to be that hard now that I've undone it once. So I'm going to go ahead and knot. I like to show how to solve problems on this channel, right? So I'm going to pull that down as far as I can towards those beads. There we go. And here's the, okay, that went through perfectly. I'm going to try it on, see how I like it, and then if I need to, I'll remove one of those beads. It's actually so much easier to put the bracelet on now because these are staying open instead of me having to pry the pieces of leather apart. So I love that. I'll probably be adopting that into some more bracelets in the future. I could probably take out another bead or two. But I think it's okay. I think I'm going to leave it. And then I'll put my other beads back on. There we go. Okay, perfect. I actually really love how that looks. It just adds another piece to look at, another focal point, and it makes me happy. And that just tells you, mess with your jewelry until you get it the way you want it, because now this looks a lot better, and it looked fantastic before, because I'm not floating my own boat or tooting my own horn, but I really liked it, and that's what we want to feel about our own pieces of jewelry. So thank you again for watching. Let me know what you think. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.